Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Look at this thing. When I was a kid, there really was nothing better than getting together with your buddy, having your mom or dad order pizza, and greasing up your NES controllers over some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was the 90s kid life. There was no video game better than 1990's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. It gave the likes of Double Dragon and Final Fight a run for their money. The arcade game eventually made its way home to my NES. There's the original box art. Absolutely adored this game. So much of my childhood memories and magic is wrapped up in that arcade game. When it comes to video games, you know, like so much of it is wrapped up in that game. And I'm so thankful for that game and the memories I have with it. Almost too many to count. Like, I remember playing through that game and beating it with my buddy Brian countless times. And it was just a ritual. It was just a ritual that we would do every day. I'd walk down the street to his house and we'd play TMNT, the arcade game. And we would beat it every time. I feel like every time we always ended up beating that game. And sometimes we failed, sometimes, but we started up again and we mastered that game together. We really did. And a lot of my early childhood memories with my buddy Brian really are wrapped up in that video game, Turtles, the arcade game. Well, I am super stoked. Numbskull Games and Games You Love, they sent me this amazing package that I want to unbox here on the channel live right now. It is the Quarter Arcade. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like, I'm just like, look at me. I'm smiling ear to ear. I feel like a kid again. This is a Quarter Arcade, all right? And these are basically recreations, incredibly detailed recreations. They're a quarter of the size of the original arcade cabinet. And here, let's flip it around. And this is just unbelievable. I'm holding in my hands the arcade game. I'm kind of giddy holding this and seeing it on the screen here. Like, this is so cool. And I thought, let's go ahead and unbox this and check it out. Thank you, Numbskull Games and Games You Love, for sending this in. This is just unbelievable. Beautiful, beautiful recreations, a quarter of the size of the original two Konami Turtles games, the arcade game and Turtles in Time. And if you head over to quarterarcade.com, I believe it is, you can get one of these too. It's just fantastic. I'm one of these guys that has a hard time. I don't have the space to actually own, you know, arcade one-ups or the actual arcade cabinets. So this is just ingenious for guys like me who don't have enough space to really have an actual arcade like so many collectors are doing these days. I could get these classic arcade games at a quarter of the size. It's just so ingenious to me, and I'm so excited that this thing exists. Look at this, it's beautiful. USB cable for charging. I read that the game or the arcade cabinet actually holds a charge, so you can take it around and store it in more of a portable way or charge it with this USB cable. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. There she is. There she is in all her glory. I don't know why is it always with you know, people when they're talking about something awesome that they're getting, there she is. They personify it as some woman or something. It's crazy. The smell, it's got that factory smell coming out of it. Pristine, pristine. Look at the size of this thing. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Holy cow. This is like look at the detail. It's like a little mini. Hold up. Look at this. This is crazy to me. I'm holding that game that I played so much of back when I was a kid. The game that I was so enamored with and just in awe of growing up. I'm actually holding it in my hands now. Who else can say they can carry an arcade cabinet like this? This is nuts. What an ingenious idea. It's an incredible replica of the original arcade cabinet. You got I always thought that model on the side that played April O'Neil was so funny looking, like her. She was so 80s looking with her hair, like even more 80s than April was. What's cool is you could plug in these controllers. So you can buy these little controllers and play the game with a controller. So it's not so hard to use the joysticks. But let's go ahead and turn it on. Yep, just like booting up an arcade cabinet. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Look at this thing. I'm a kid. I'm a kid again. Oh, the volume is great coming out of this. This is so cool. This is so cool. Look at this. I'm trying to play on these little tiny joysticks. This is nuts. This is nuts. Oh, there we go. You push these insert coin buttons here. It's difficult playing on the joysticks, but that's why you get the little controller to help you get it. Oh, that's so cool. Die, foot soldiers, come on. Oh, the sound is awesome. It sounds so great. It's like having a little miniature version of the cabinet. It's just so beautiful looking, guys. So beautiful. I mean, the little details and the way the joystick feels so good. And, you know, obviously you don't want to be too hard on it, but I also don't feel like it's going to break. It feels like it's made from really great materials. I never would have thought in a million years that little boy you saw in that clip playing the game, the full-size arcade cabinet, I never would have thought over 30 years later I would own and have that cabinet a quarter of the size. This is how I want all of my arcade cabinets. I wish they would release, imagine like them shrinking down the Space Harrier cabinet. I'm talking about the one you sit in. I just wanted to shout you out, Sushi Boots. Thank you for the $5 super chat. It says, looks better than what 1UP Arcade is pulling out. It's actually made in the same style as the original cabinet. I know, I'm just in awe of this thing. We just took a look at this unboxing of this quarter-size arcade cabinet from Quarter Arcades, Numbskull Games. I could not be happier that they sent me this. So thank you again, Numbskull Games. I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled that so much love and affection is being put on old classic arcade cabinets like this. Numbskull has created a bunch of other ones too. There's a Space Invaders cabinet and more to come. I'm gonna have to get the Turtles in Time cabinet or something like that. That's a beauty. That's a beauty too. What an ingenious idea. What an incredible idea here. So cool. Definitely head on over to their website, quarterarcades.com. I believe it is. If it's not, don't hate me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you.